Once again, you know we get down to the nitty gritty. We talk about things around the world. Things maybe in your city, my city. We may talk about you. So guys, get your popcorn. Let's go. And let's get down to the nitty gritty of this story. So this story that this lady had for years, and one situation demolished her whole reputation and her career. This story is by the name of Welcome to Sweety Pie. If you never heard of Welcome to Sweety Pie, Welcome to Sweety Pie was a long lasting series that was on Oprah Winfrey show for many years. The owner of the Welcome to Sweetie Pie soul food services. She was a lead dancer for Tina Turner back in the days. She branched off, did her own thing, and she opened up her restaurant called Welcome to Sweetie Pies. This restaurant was located in St. Louis, Missouri. Thousands of people went to visit this restaurant. It was a hit show on the TV show, The Oprah Winfrey Show. And guys, her reputation of the community was flawless. Her reputation of hiring young kids and sending them off to schools and doing all these things for the community was an awesome thing she did. But guys, there's a twist to this story. And this twist starts with her son named Tim Norman. Her son basically was the general manager of her establishment. She was the owner, but she had to have some young blood to run this operation on a day-to-day basis. And who did she reach out to? She reached out to her own son. Her son was a good manager. The employees were saying how good of a manager he was. He was a good fiance. He was a good soon-to-be husband. I'm not sure if he got married. He probably was married. But Tim was the general manager of this company called Welcome to Sweetie Pies. He was not the owner. His mother was the owner. But she allowed him to do anything he needed to do to run that business on a day-to-day basis. So what did they do, folks? They ran this company. It was a hit show on the Oprah Winfrey Show. And guys, they had to bring in new young talent. So they brought in new talent, which consists of their nephew and a couple of friends of theirs. Nothing to it. Everybody was tuned into this show called Welcome to Sweetie Pies. But guys, there's a twist and a turn. What happened with this story was gruesome. A lot of people was wondering what happened to the nephew. So guys, the nephew became the star of this show. And the son was no longer the man. So there was a little tension and jealousy between the son and the nephew. Remember, this is a family business. It's called Welcome to Sweetie Pies. If you never heard of it before, Google and see exactly what it means. This is a good show. It was on for years. It was a series. And guys, this show's in St. Louis, Missouri. People, tourists was going there every day just to see exactly what this show is about. But let's get to the story, guys. So, Tim is the son, and Tim was jealous of the nephew because he was a younger face. He was a outgoing person. He had the look. He had the swagger. He knew all the younger people. So he was pushing Tim out the way. The young nephew was getting all type of ratings from celebrities. They were saying how good of a actor. So a lot of people They supported her business. But the son wanted to be the star. He no longer wanted to be the manager. He wanted to be the star of the TV show. Remember, this TV show was premiered on Oprah Winfrey Channel. So millions of people was watching this. But remember, the nephew had a younger face, better swag, better clothes, and all the attention was on him. So he walked around like he was a celebrity. And Tim did not like that. Remember, Tim is the son of the owner. So Tim feel like he can run the shots. So guess what happened, folks? Tim goes out and hire a hitman to murder the nephew for insurance scam. This was doing good on the network, but it wasn't doing good for sales. The place wasn't selling the fried chicken, the catfish. It wasn't selling as good, but the TV show was doing awesome. So it was come to find out as the courts did all their investigation, they were saying that Sweety Pie owed hundreds of thousands of dollars. They were in debt. But you would never know this because the show was a hit show. So what did Tim do? Tim took it into his own hands. And he tried to do an insurance scam. And what did he do, guys? He hired a hitman to kill his nephew, which he did not like because the nephew was taking all the shine. And not like that. Think about it, folks. Tim's like, I run this. This was my mother company. So, guys, come to find out, he had insurance on his nephew for $500,000, and the only way he was able to get this money was for the nephew to die. And after the nephew died, court records is said that Tim hired a hitman for $10,000. The hitman hired a stripper exotic dancer, gave her $5,000 to lure the nephew into the place where they wanted to lure him at so they could commit this murder. Guys, is that right? Do you commit murder for a insurance scam because your business is going down? It's no longer bringing in the revenue it was years ago. So do you go out and you commit a murder so you can get money back to save your business? Guys, there are some wicked people out here. I don't know what's going on. But once it came out in the news what happened, the owner, she was devastated. She couldn't believe her son did something like that to her nephew, which she loved dearly. She admired her nephew because he was the star of the show, and also she saved a human being's life. Think about it, people. But Tim didn't look at it that way. Tim was envious of his own nephew. He needed his nephew out the way. So he took it into his own hand to hire a hitman to kill the nephew. Guys, you got to be careful when you're dealing and lining yourself up with people because you don't know what their motive is. You don't know what's the cause. Why are they bringing you into their household? Why are they bringing you and treating you like you are a family member, which you are, but you're a long distance. But they bring you in and they put insurance policies on you. They do this, they do that, just so they can save what they have. And this is the story of Welcome to Sweety Pies. It's a horrible story, but right now Tim has been convicted of murder, and guess what, guys? He is doing life in jail. Because you know who testified? The stripper that he hired. Everybody testified on Tim. And all of them got time, but Tim got life in jail. But guys, hit subscribe if you're not subscribed to Truck Talk because we do this once a week. And also Google the story of Sweety Pie. It's just sad the things that people do just to get by. People running around in these fancy cars, and once the money run out, they look for other opportunities to keep that lifestyle going. And sometimes it's about taking someone's life. But guys, once again here at the OG TYE Podcast, this is your host, Tyrone. Right now we are on Truck Talk. So Truck Talk is basically where we, as truckers, because I'm a trucker, guys, stories that people never heard of before. But if you come on this channel, we're going to give it to you raw and uncut. We might talk about something that's happening in your city, in my city, all over. So once again, guys, make sure you subscribe. And until next time, I want to say peace and love, and we are out. Go back and listen to this podcast to see exactly what it's talking about, because we about to turn the heat up. Peace.